All right, guys, we're going to still stick with functions. We're actually should have been moved on from functions now, but I still don't feel real good about where we are with functions. So I just finished up putting together two programs, void of all comments, stripped down to the bare bone to talk through. First one, I think, will only help a few people. The second one, I think, will help more. But I want everybody to watch this and just make sure that you're good with this content. All right, I've got four functions. I've got print. First off, all of them are void. All of them are void functions. They're just going to do something. The difference in the three is difference in parameters. The first one, I don't pass anything. The second one, I pass an int. The third one, I pass a double. The fourth one, I pass a string. All right, take a good look at those. Inside of main, I'm going to have an integer num1, and I'm gonna assign it a value of 3. A double num2, I'm going to make it 3.3, and string 1, I'm going to call it Jack. I think I better go up here and include string before I run this. All right, now we should be good to go. All right, now I'm going to call these in print. The first print, you can see there's no parameters. In print 2, I'm going to send it an integer, which I've got one up here. I'm going to send it num1. In print 3, I'm going to send it num2, which is a double. And then in print 4, I'm going to send it string 1. Here's the part that you're all kind of, some people are confused on. Some people think that if I'm going to send it a string, I'm going to send it Jack. No, it's just like the numbers above it. I'm going to send it num1, which has a value of 3. I'm going to send it num2, which has a value of 3.3. I'm going to send print 4 string 1, which has a value of Jack. Right? This is what you send, the name, not the value. The parameters are names, not values. Okay? All right, so if I run this, I got void print. This is print 1. Print 2, I've sent it an int. I'm going to bring these all up so you can see these. All right, everything I take in, I'm going to call it temp. I'm going to call this int a temp. I'm going to call this double a temp, and I'm going to call this string a temp because it's only used inside of this function. All right, so inside of print 2, there's going to be an integer named temp. In print 3, there's going to be a double named temp. And then print 4, there's going to be a string named temp. I could have named these anything. But now, inside of here, I'm going to go, this is print 2. The integer is, and I'm going to see out temp. Okay, because that's what I assigned it as it comes into the function. All right, I assigned it the name temp. Same way with the double, same way with the string. All right, I'm going to run this. So you can see the integer is 3, the double is 3.3, the string is Jack. All of them were named temp in the function. All right, take a look at that if you're struggling. I think most of you are good on this, but do take a look at this. All right. All right, this has, I wrote this, and this has one really big function. All right, this is just, I'm gonna call it, this is, I called the function stats because this is a baseball player. This is a pitcher. You don't have to know anything about baseball to kind of follow along with what I'm doing. All right. I declared I declared a prototype of stats. I made it. It's going to return a double, and I'm going to send it everything. I'm going to send it a string. I'm going to send it a char. I'm going to send it a double. I'm going to send it an int. I'm going to send it 4 different, totally different types of things. Do something with it, and it's going to send me back a double. So inside here, I declare a variable of a string, last name Scherzer. For those of you who follow baseball, this is Max Scherzer. Char throws, R. This would have been R, right or left. A double, innings pitched. He's pitched 2,536.2 innings. The 0.2, I had to make it a double. Earned runs, I made it an int because you can't let up partial runs. And I'm going to make a variable ERA and make it a double. All right, I'm going to send to the stats function, I'm going to send the last name. Okay, notice I'm going to send it last name. I'm not sending it Scherzer. I'm going to send it throws. I'm going to send it innings pitched. And I'm going to send it earn runs. I send it the variables, not the values. And I think that's what everybody's having trouble with the string. I'm sending the variable. I'm not sending the value. Scherzer is like a value assigned to last name. All right. And outside here, once I call this function, because it returns a double, I'm going to assign it to ERA. When it returns something, you have to do something with what you're returning. So this is going to return a double, and it's going to be ERA. All right, let's take a look at this function. And I made this nonsensical for a purpose. All right, I'm sending it a string, and inside of this string, I'm going to call, inside of this function, I'm going to call the string Ringo. I'm going to call the character, I'm going to call it John. The double, I'm going to call it Paul. And the int, I'm going to call it George. Ringo, John, Paul, George. Y'all might need to know this for the question in Delta Math. I'm just saying. All right. So there's the variables. There's nowhere close to last name, throws, innings pitched, earned runs. Inside here, I'm going to refer to them as Ringo, John, Paul, and George. Yep, it's nonsensical, but it serves a purpose. So I'm going to declare a variable, a double earned run average, because that's what I'm going to return. And I'm going to do the formula. Earned run average equals 9 times George divided by Paul. No sense even really paying attention to that. It really doesn't matter how I got this number. Just wanted you to say I'm doing some math with these the things I sent the function. All right. The parameters that I called, I'm sending them those values. All right. And then I'm going to see out pitcher. Then and the pitcher is, I'm going to see out Ringo. And throws, I'm going to see out John. And then I'm going to return the earned run average I got by multiplying 9 times George divided by Paul. So you see, these names can be anything. This is only inside of the function. All right, I'm going to hit the debugger. Scherzer throws right, and ERA 3.16, which comes from the math I did right here. All right, if you're struggling with this is a good one just to look at. It might stick with you and help you in program. I think we're up to program 8 now. All right. I can throw any number, I can pass any number of things I want to into a function. And when they get there, I can name them anything. I think that's the part that's confusing a lot of people. All right, guys, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've got time where I can work with you. If you're really struggling with something, come and find me or tell me, and I will talk to your teacher and I'll get you, come get you. But if you need help with anything, let me know. Tomorrow's Thursday, and for the middle of the day, for at least 2 hours, I'm going to be making butterbeer. But after that, I'll be done probably about 12:30, quarter till 1. So I'm available for the last hour and 15 minutes or so on Thursday, the 21st. Just come and find me. Excuse me. Guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you all on Friday.